Hello everyone, thank you so much for coming. My name is Julien Edwards and I am a DBA student at the California Intercontinental University. Today we will be looking at visualizing hypothesis testing. And we will be discussing four main objectives. Firstly, we will be looking at mean testing, followed by comparison of two groups of data. Thirdly, we will look at assessing efficiency comparisons, and then lastly, the assessment of correlation tests. Now, our first visualization will be the test for a mean. Our research question was posted that on average, are widgets from Acme Widget Company defect free? We first have to develop our null hypothesis, and in this instance, it would be widgets from Acme Widget Company are defect free. The rationale for this is in developing your null hypothesis, it has to be falsifiable and ideally set up to be rejected to support an alternative hypothesis. In this case, our alternative hypothesis is that widgets from Acme Widget Company are not defect-free. Our second visualization will be comparing two groups of data. Again, our research question was posted. Does the average major league team have more home run hitters than its corresponding minor league team? Again, as the process dictates, we develop our null hypothesis, which is a statement that can be tested and falsified. In this instance, the null hypothesis is the average major league team does not have more home run hitters than its corresponding minor league team. Now, once our null hypothesis is rejected, we can accept our alternative hypothesis, which in this case would state that the average major league team does have more home run hitters than its corresponding minor league team. Our third visualization will be efficiency comparison. Again, our research question is, the efficiency curves of the red and blue teams were recorded. Do the teams have equal mean efficiencies? Or only our statistical procedures will be able to test this? Firstly, we develop a null hypothesis, which usually expresses that there is no significant relationship present. And as such, our null hypothesis would be that there is no difference between mean efficiencies of the red and blue teams. Our alternative hypothesis, which would be accepted should our null hypothesis be rejected, says that there is a difference between mean efficiencies of the red and blue teams. Our final visualization would be the correlational test. A bit of background to this test is that a German study tested how larger industrial use vans utilized gasoline. One of their analyses plotted mile per gallon versus the weight of the various vans in the study. After plotting the data on a scatter plot, the researchers performed a correlational test and found a significant correlation. However, they forgot to state their hypothesis test in their published paper. The important question was then raised as to what were the study's null and alternative hypotheses. Again, in developing our null hypothesis, we're setting it up to be rejected to support an alternative hypothesis. And our null hypothesis, again, is expressed usually as no significant relationship being present. So, in this case, our null hypothesis would be that there is no difference in the mile per gallon use of gasoline in different sized industrial use vans. Our alternative hypothesis then becomes there is a difference in the mile per gallon use of gasoline in different sized industrial use vans. In conclusion, there are some important takeaways from this presentation as it relates to creating hypothesis tests as well as using visualizations. In creating hypothesis tests, we develop a null hypothesis which must be falsifiable, and this is expressed as having no significant relationship present. The rejection of our null hypothesis through our statistical testing is to support the alternative hypothesis, which is usually expressed as having a significant relationship present. Now, as it relates to using visualizations, The use of visualizations such as your bell-shaped curve or your scatter plot may hint at a possible hypothesis test, and both your null and alternative hypotheses become easier to analyze when these visualizations are used. Thank you so much for watching, and if you have any questions, please feel free to ask.